Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Mary, and for today's video I'm going to be giving you guys the whole tutorial on this look. I love how this look turned out. I think it's so pretty, it's so girly, it's so flirty. I think this look is so versatile. I think you can rock it almost anywhere, to be honest. I think you can rock it for a party, for a date, for a lunch, anything. Honestly, I think this look is very cute and it's very appropriate for a lot of occasions. If you might be interested in knowing how I achieved this look, then you want to make sure you watch this video to the end. Also, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I do lots of winning tutorials on there that I think you will love and you wouldn't want to miss out on. So yeah, make sure you follow me and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Bye. So we're going to be starting off with wipes. So I'm first going to clean my face with these face wipes. You want to make sure you are doing your makeup on a clean face. So I'm making sure I wipe off every dirt sitting on my face, on my skin. Then next up, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, but I'm going to go up camera, do my brows, and then come back and start the makeup. So give me 1 second. Okay, so now that I'm done with my brows, I'm going to go ahead and prep my eyelid again with the Zickel Cosmetics concealer. This is the only concealer I use to prep my eyelids. And I already applied before, but it kind of dried out, and I need it to be tacky, not dry. So I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush, and I'm just going to tap that into my eyelids again. As you guys can see, I'm not dragging the product, I'm just tapping it really lightly till it's properly blended into my eyelids. So now that my eyelids are nice and prepped, I'm going to go into my eyeshadow. So for my first eyeshadow, I'm going to go into my first eyeshadow color. I'm going to go into this Blossom makeup palette. This is a Nigerian brand, and I'm going to go into this. It doesn't look its best because I've had it for a long while, but I'm going to go into the shade Bubbly. It's like a wine shade, so that's going to be my first eyeshadow color. So for this step, I'm going to go into a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use this shade to map out how I want my eyeshadow to go. Can you guys see how pigmented that is? So I'm just going to create a half circle with this eyeshadow. So can you guys see I've already gotten the shape that I want? So all the other colors I'm going to be applying to my eyelids, this is how they will go as I'm blending out. It's going to maintain the half C shape. So I'm just making sure I pack it really nice and neatly, and then I'm going to repeating the same process to my other eyes. So can you guys see how that is packed really nice and neatly? Then for my second shade, I'm going to be going into, okay, so to blend all that out, I'm going to go into this orange shade from Zickel Cosmetics in collaboration with their Stanley palette. I'm going into the shade called Amber, and I'm going to be taking another fluffy brush. This is what it looks like, and then I'm going to be using that to slowly diffuse. Oh, should I use I feel like I'm always using oranges to blend out my first color, so I'm thinking of trying something else. I think I'll just go with this shade because oranges are like, they're like perfect for blending out, right? especially when you are using colors in like this type of family. So I'm just going to go in with that orange shade. It's called Amber and it's from Lydia Stanley's palette in collaboration with Zippo Cosmetics. So I'm just going, you guys can see I'm not rushing the process. I'm really taking my time to blend out that color. So you want to make sure you go in sweeping circular motions and just lightly graze the edge of the eyeshadow you first applied. So you guys can see how beautifully the colors are blending in together. When you are blending out your eyeshadow, you don't want anybody to tell where the first color started from and where the second color started from, if that makes any sense. So you really want to make sure you take your time to blend. You want to make sure the 2 or 3 or 5 colors are really like well married together. So you really want to take your time and just blend, okay? Okay, so now that the 2 colors are really blended into my eyeshadow, I'm going to go into one last eyeshadow color to blend everything all together. So I'm going to go back into the first brush, make sure that there's no eyeshadow residue on it, there's no wine shade. The first wine shade I used is not there. Then I'm going to go into the shade Latte from the Lydia Stanley palette. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to buff the edges of the eyeshadow. Okay, so now that we have everything properly blended, I'm going to go and cut my crease, and for that I'm going to be using this I'm going to go back into this Zippo Cosmetics concealer. By the way, this shade is neutral, it's like a white shade, so it's perfect for prepping your lid, it's perfect for cutting your crease and doing stuff like that. This is all I ever use, like this is all I use. So I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to get a flat brush. So this is the brush I always use to cut my crease. It is flat, but then it is curved, like it is rounded. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be using to cut my crease. So now that I've cut my crease, it's looking very crazy, I know. So I'm going to go back into this fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to tap off the excess concealer on my eyelids. You want to make sure your crease is really smooth, so that when you apply your lid shade, the concealer does not clump up with the eyeshadow, like it doesn't look messy. You want it to look as neat as possible. So you want to make sure you tap off the excess concealer or whatever you use to prep your lids, whatever you use to cut your crease. You want to make sure everything is really blended and it's like just one neat canvas. So I'm going to go back into that first shade from the Blossom makeup palette called Bubbly. You guys can see how harsh this place is. That's not how you want your eyeshadow to be at all. So you want to make sure you go back into that shade and gently tap the edges. Can you guys see how that line disappeared? Can you guys see how here it's clearly different from this side? So this is how you want the edge of your eyeshadow to be. These are the steps you have to take to get a flawless eyeshadow. You just want to make sure you take your time to blend the edge, to blend the harsh line there, so that everything is well blended. I'm going to repeat the same step to the other eye. Okay, so for my lid shade, I'm going to be going into a yellow eyeshadow. These two yellow shades right here. So I'm going to be applying that on my crease. Okay, so for this step, I'm going to be going into a proper flat brush, and I'm just going to be picking up the eyeshadow. I'm going to be mixing the two shades together, and I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. Can you guys see how stunning these shades look together? Like, this palette is really amazing. Alright, so now that I've applied that yellow shade, I'm going to be going back into the wine shade I first used, and I'm going to blend the edges of the eyeshadow again. So one last time, I'm going to be going back into the wine shade, and I'm just going to make sure that all the colors are diffused properly together. So I'm going to be using another fluffy brush, but this one is more tapered. It's going to lightly press that. And you guys see how that makes a difference in the eyeshadow. It just gives that final, just placing that just right there. Can you guys see how nicely that came in together? Like, yeah. Okay. So this is everything for the eyeshadow. Then I'm going to be doing a wing liner. You guys, I never do wing liner, like, ever. But yesterday when I filmed the tutorial for Instagram, make sure you check me out on Instagram if you're not following me on there. I'm going to be inserting the tutorial that I did yesterday. It's going up today, but not today. It's going up today like in real time. So I'm going to insert the tutorial there so you guys can see what it looks like. But I wanted to do something different, so I tried using eyeliner, and it was a whole game changer. So I think I'm going to be an eyeliner girl from now. But anyways, I'm going to be using this eyeliner. Honestly, I just got this from a random makeup store. Like, you can use any eyeliner that you have. I don't think I would really want to recommend this one to you guys, so but I can still work with it. So I'm going to be making use of this eyeliner. But firstly, I'm going to be brushing my eyebrow hairs, because my eyebrow, no eyebrow, I'm going to be brushing my eyelashes because I have really curly eyelashes, so it makes it difficult for me to do my eyeliner. So I'm going to make sure I brush it down so it's way easier for me. Let me come closer so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I really hope you guys can see what I just did. Like, I can't really, my eyes are not the best, so I need my mirror to be this close to my face before I can see what I'm doing. But I hope you guys can see it. Like, can you guys see how cute that wing is? So I'm going to be repeating the same step to the other eye. I quickly went off camera to do my eyeliner and pop on some lashes because it took the light, and the light of my LED light does not last that long, so I need to hurry up. So to moisturize my face, I'm going to be going into the Blossom Makeup Moist Essence Moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer at the moment. If you know, you know. It has hyaluronic acid inside, and if you know, that is really good for the skin. So I'm not going to be priming my face today because I don't prime most times, and today I don't have time. And once I'm done with my makeup, I'm going to be taking it off, but like I'm going anywhere. So I'm just going to pass on primer today. I'm just going to moisturize. So to me, moisturizing is really important. I cannot wear my makeup without moisturizing, but I can skip a primer. I can skip primer, but I cannot skip my moisturizer, so I make sure I moisturize really well. Then for foundation, I'm going to go into my trusted Zico Cosmetics foundation. Did I just say concealer? Foundation. I really love this foundation so much, so I don't use too much foundation. Wow. Anyways, I don't use too much foundation. I'm just going to start with 2 pumps first, which I think will be okay. But if it's not okay, I'm going to add 1 more pump. But I think this is just enough. Can you guys see how that distributed so well? So I'm going to be going into my foundation brush from Classic, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. So I'm going to go into my beauty sponge from Girls Corner on Instagram. I think it's a Nigerian brand. They make this is one of the best beauty blenders I've ever tried, if not the best. So I'm just going to use that to blend my foundation. So before I highlight my face, I'm going to conceal, and for that I'm going to go into the Juvia's Face concealer in the shade J10. This concealer is really creamy and a little goes a long way, so I'm just going to apply very little. So I'm just going under my eyes, my chin, my forehead. As you guys can see, I didn't even have to dip. I didn't have to dip back into the container again, because just one dip goes a very long way. So now that that is on my skin, I'm going to go into, this is the brush I used to blend out. No, first I'm going to blend out the concealer on my chin. So for that I use my foundation brush. I think I see how quick that blended, like in 1 second, that everything is already melted into my skin. So I'm going to go into this brush from BH Cosmetics. This is what I used to blend out my concealer. So I'm just going to gently tap the concealer and slowly blend it out. Can you guys see how creamy the concealer is? Like, this is the definition of creamy. It's literally melting into my skin like butter. So I'm going to go back into my beauty blender, and I'm just going to tap the excess out. So now I'm going to highlight and brighten up my face, and for that I'm going to go into the Morphe concealer, and this is the shade C315. So I'm going into this Morphe concealer, and I'm going to be applying that on the places that I want lights to hit on my face, which is the same place I also applied the first concealer. And this concealer, it's amazing, but it dries really fast. So if you want it to sit on your skin so that you can have more coverage, you want to wait for like, I would say like 15 to 30 seconds and blend it out immediately, because it dries very fast and you don't want to have a hard time blending out your concealer. So now I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to first start with my chin and my forehead, because this is under my eyes where I want the most coverage, right? So I'm first going to start with these areas of my face. Now I'm going to be going under my eye with the same brush, and I'm just going to tap that under my eyes. So this really, oh, I should have left this place for you guys so you guys can see the difference. Like, it really helps to brighten up and awaken your under eye. This is why everybody loves it, because why not? Then the next step is obviously to contour your face, but I don't really contour anymore. If at all I want to contour, I do powder contour. I don't know. My cream contour just takes my time. Like, if I have time and I really feel like, you know, getting into my makeup, I might cream contour, but for the most part, I really don't. So I'm just going to be jumping into blush because today I don't have time, like I said earlier. So I'm going to be showing you guys this new trick that I learned from Lydia Stanley. If you are following her here on YouTube or Instagram, you see that she posted a video where she took her blush and then she sprayed some setting spray inside and she used it as a cream blush. And I tried it yesterday and I fell in love. Like, literally, it looked so amazing, it looked so bomb. So I'm going to be doing that again, and I'm going to be going into the shade Poker. It's like an orangey shade. This is what it looks like. So I'm just going to be spraying my setting spray. I'm going to be using my beauty blender to pick up the product. I really, ooh, can you guys see that? Oh my god. If you guys know me, you know I really love blush. Wow, that's a lot. That's like my favorite step in my makeup routine. So anytime I hear anything that has to do with blush, I have to hop on. So in case you make the mistake of using too much blush, you can just go back into your foundation brush and blend everything back into your skin. Can you guys see how seamless that looks now? This is crazy. So like, I feel like this is an amazing let's say hack, because like your blush is not going anywhere if you are really a fan of blush. Because I'm so sorry for the noise outside. Like, these people keep making noise, and this is my film room. This is where I get the best lighting, so I really can't film somewhere else. And I have just one light, so I can't also film in the night because then my lighting will be terrible. So like, this is what I can do, and these people, they just. So please, I hope the noise is not upsetting you guys too much. I'm so sorry about that. So I'm going to go back into my So guys, I had to stop filming for a while because it took my lights actually went off completely. So I had to stop filming, but it just brought back like the lights now, and it's almost dark. Like, it's getting really dark outside, so I'm really trying to hurry up and finish my makeup before it goes completely dark. So I'm going to rush now. So anyways, so I normally set my face twice, so I'm going to go into this Espon translucent setting powder, and I'm going to be using that to set my face. For the first setting powder, I use the Adventure Makeup setting powder. It's more on the yellow side, so I like to balance it out with this translucent setting powder, so it creates like white plus yellow. It creates like the perfect balance in between. So I like to make use of both of them while I'm doing my makeup. I moved closer. I hope you guys can see me properly. So next, I'm going to be doing my lips. So for that, I'm going to start off with my foundation. So I'm going to be using my foundation brush to to mattify my lips a bit. And I'm going to be going into this eyeliner pencil. You can also use it as a lip liner. I'm going to be going into it from Davis Makeup, I guess. So I'm going to be using it to line my lips. So after lining my lip, I'm going to be going into a slightly fluffy brush to blend out the lip liner. Next, I'm going into a bit of gloss, and I'm going to use this one from Beauty Line by Didi in the shade Irish Coffee. This gloss is really amazing. It smells amazing and it's also very pigmented. So I'm just going to be using really little in the middle of my lips. Yeah, that's enough. We have come to the end of this tutorial, guys. I couldn't find a clip of where I used my face powder and my setting spray, but that's just about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and most importantly, I hope you learned a thing or two. If you did, please let me know what you learned, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.